Hello everyone. In the previous video we have learnt about the probability, what is the probability and what are the terms related to the probability, that is experiment, event or outcomes, and different types of the events. In this video we are going to start learning about the concept of the probability, how to find out the probability of an event. We have already learnt that probability of an event is the chances of the event to occur. We have different approaches for finding the probability, and they are: number one, empirical approach or experimental approach. The second one is classical approach, and the third one is axiomatic approach, or we call it set theoretical approach. We will be learning about all these approaches now, but in this particular video we are going to learn about the empirical approach and also how to find out the probability by applying the empirical formula. What is that empirical formula? Now, what is experimental or empirical approach to the probability? What we do in this, let any of the experiment is repeated n times. It means we say the number of trials of that experiment be n. And suppose there is some particular event E. In these trials, m times the particular event E occurs or happens. In that case, we say that the probability of E, that is represented by PE, will be equal to number of trials in which the event E occurs divided by the total number of trials of the experiment. And here we have taken m times the event E occurs, and n is the total number of trials, so this will be given by m upon n. One more thing, out of n trials there are some trials which are m. It means m has to be either equal to or less than n. So we say m is less than n. And we can also say that m lies between 0 and n. In case it is 0, can we say if m is 0, then PE will be equal to 0 upon n, or we say 0 not? And if m is equal to n, then we can say that PE will be equal to n upon n or 1. Now, when we say that this particular event is not occurring even a single time, then we say probability is 0, and we said this type of event is known as the impossible event. We have already learned it in the previous video. Same way, when it is 1, probability is 1, it means all the trials are coming to E only. All the times E is happening, it means that is a sure event or certain event. This also we have learned earlier. As we see here that m is lying between 0 to n and also 0 and n, it means from 0 to n, then can we say that the probability of E will be from 0 to 1? It means the probability of any event is always from 0 to 1, and other than the sure event and the impossible event, that will be always lying between 0 and 1. Please note it, that the probability of any event is always lying between 0 and 1 if it is not a certain event or an impossible event. Let's discuss now some of the problems in which we can apply the empirical approach. And here the first one is, a die is rolled 120 times and 3 is obtained 65 times. What is the probability of getting 3? So what we find here? Here we are finding the total number of trials in the experiment is 120. Total number of trials is equal to 120. 3 is obtained 65 times. So according to the empirical formula, we find the probability of E. We can say this is probability of getting 3 is equal to 65 upon 120. This is cancelled by 5. This is 24 and this is 13. So we can say it is 13 by 24, which is the probability of getting 3. Second one is, a coin is tossed 200 times. The head comes up 80 times. Now he is asking what is the probability of getting head and what is the probability of getting tail. Here the total number of trials is 200. The head is coming up. Head comes up 80 times. Can we say then in the remaining number of times tail comes up? So tail comes up 200 minus 80, that is 120 times. Can we say then according to the empirical formula of probability, probability of getting head, suppose we consider it as PE1, is that equal to 80 upon 200? Cancelling, we are getting it as 2 upon 5. Then the probability of getting tail will be equal to 120 upon 200 or not? The 0 cancels 0 and it is 3 upon 5. Suppose we consider this as PE2. There are two events in this particular experiment. They are E1 and E2. And what we are finding here? That PE1 plus PE2 is equal to 2 upon 5 plus 3 upon 5, that is 5 upon 5 is equal to 1. It means what we can say, that if there are two events of any of the experiment, then the sum of the probabilities of both will be equal to 1. The next problem here we have, let a die be tossed 50 times and the results of that are given in the table here. That is getting 1 5 times, 2 10 times, 3 10 times, 4 8 times, 5 11 times and 6 6 times. We are to find out the probability of each of the number. We consider these events as E1, E2, E3, E4, E5 and E6. Then the probabilities according to the empirical formula will be PE1, that is getting 1, is 5 upon 50. PE2 for getting 2 will be 10 upon 50. PE3 getting 3 will be 10 upon 50. PE4 getting 4 will be 8 upon 50. PE5 getting 5 is 11 upon 50. PE6 getting 6 is 6 upon 50. And this is the answer to the problem. But in addition to that, we can think one more thing here, that if we find the sum of all these probabilities, PE1 plus PE2 plus PE3 plus PE4 plus PE5 plus PE6, what we get here? That is 5 upon 50 plus 10 upon 50 plus 10 upon 50 plus 8 upon 50 plus 11 upon 50 plus 6 upon 50. Adding them, we are getting 5 plus 10, 15, 25, 33, 44 and 6. 50, it comes as 50 upon 50, that is equal to 1. It means sum of the probabilities of all the events of this experiment is equal to 1. If we generalize this, suppose there are n events in any of the experiment. Let there be n events, that is E1, E2, E3 and En of an experiment. Then the sum of the probabilities of them, PE1 plus PE2 plus PE3 and so on plus PEN will be equal to 1. We can understand it like this also, that sum of the probabilities of all events Pi we can write, where I is from 1 to n, will be always equal to 1. Sum of the probabilities of all the events of an experiment is always equal to 1. So in this video, we have learnt about the empirical formula of probability and the applications of it. In the next video, we will be learning about the classical approach to the probability, classical formula and its applications in solving problems on the probability. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any comments or doubts, leave them in the comment box and I will get back to you.